up, YouTube? Topaz Yates back for another requested review, and this one is to Real Talk React, which is an acronym for Realize, Evolve, Advance, Change, and Transcend. And what you're doing is you're applying the black struggle to this concept and such, man. And here's just some key things that you have to definitely understand about this. This is one of the most difficult projects to ever do in all of fucking hip-hop and such, man. Actually rapping about something on some core shit, on some core social injustice type shit, you did? Because here's the thing. A lot of people try to do this, and because they feel as though they're rapping about real shit that's happening, therefore people should fuck with it. Not so much, man. As an entertainer, the first thing you have to do is entertain. You have to make dope ass tracks, and then everybody will factor in the whole you're talking about real shit. Honestly, you do not have the core fundamentals in order to do this and such, man. And what are your core fundamentals? Your lyrics, your flow, your delivery, and in your case, production, because you did produce this entire project all the way through. Now, there are multiple ways to progress music-wise, man, and you can actually become a pretty good producer just by practicing, just by constantly making beats, man, and then eventually it'll continue to grow on you. Now, you definitely know how to format a beat. Now, you could definitely evolve that because, you know, it's all based on how creative and what you want to do at the time, but you do know how to format it somewhat. Now, from here, you want to definitely get a better understanding of the keys, like understand music theory, understand chord progressions, understand how to take that and make better fucking music. Now, you can study that through some books, man, or you can actually attach yourself to a solid producer who already knows what they're doing and learn from them. That, and also bringing in actual musicians with the guitars and everything, man, to actually add stuff on top of your music. That's how you become a better producer overall. Until you get that foundation down, I would say rap over instrumentals. And I'm completely against rapping over instrumentals unless you're using it to teach yourself how to rap, in which that's what you really fucking need. Like, rap on some classic hip-hop joints, man. Understand how the originators was rapping on that shit, man, and build your foundation of how to rap. To improve upon your lyrics, it's going to take a while, man. Like, some people rap for like 10 years before they finally begin to crack into decent lyricists. Plus, you gotta understand your tools in order to become a really good lyricist, in which you have been doing some of it within this project, like metaphors. Songs like that Super Saiyan joint that you did and the Superman, those are definite metaphors. You just didn't do them quite well, you dig? Like, you gotta continue to practice it, but I see that you understand the concept behind it. You definitely need to work on your wordplay, and wordplay is exactly what it sounds like. You're just playing with your words, and a lot of people do it a lot of different ways. Like, the limits is based on your creativity, but a lot of times people are just using the same words or the same phrases multiple times, and each time it means something different. Now, a basic example that I always tend to tell rappers is one that I got from a dude a long time ago. He used a phrase. He said, "Look, if you try me, I'll be slapping on your bitch ass. And later on tonight, I'm gonna be slapping on your bitch ass," using the same phrase multiple times. Each time it meant something different. And then recently, Dizzy Wright just used some wordplay that was pretty fucking dope, that I'm like, okay, I need to use that shit for my damn self. What he did was he used the same word over and over, and this word was psycho, but yet he started using that word in other words. Like, okay, he's talking about his psycho ex-chick and all of that, man. But then as he goes on, he starts talking about psychiatrists and everything that got psycho in that word. It was pretty fucking dope. And the last tool in your lyrics would be your vocabulary. Understand, the bigger your vocabulary, man, the better you're going to fucking be. Like, dudes like Eminem, they went through years of just studying the damn dictionary. How you go about it is ultimately on you, man, but the key is having a good vocab and using all of these tools together to make potent punchlines. Now, you desperately need to work on your flow, man. What your flow is how you are rhyming to the beats and such. See, the thing that you're trying to do, man, is you're trying to put in so many damn words that it's throwing you off beat, which is not necessary, because people will understand what you were saying if you say that shit right. So therefore, instead of saying so many fucking words, start taking out words that are not necessary. The key is to remain on beat at all times, and you have to definitely practice, man. Like, you don't even have to practice to a beat. Practice to a metronome. And the last thing you definitely need to work on is your delivery, because this is really the thing that sabotages this entire project, man. What delivery is how you are saying your lyrics, man. Because right now, it's not very interesting how you're saying it. Honestly, it kind of comes off as you are reading instead of rapping. Like, you have to memorize all of your lyrics, man, to the point that you will know them front and back, that you can go into that booth and say them in one take while being on beat. Once you get to that level, then you can go in and experiment. You can slur certain words that you normally wouldn't slur. You can make your lyrics go into so much more depth by adding sarcasm and stuff like that. You get great at your delivery just as you get great with your flow, man. You got to practice this shit over and over and over until you get it absolutely right. Overall, this concept is an interesting one that you definitely should hold on to, man, but yet you have to gather the right amount of skills in order to do it right. Right now, I would say go ahead and practice on these instrumentals, man. Get your core fundamentals up. And while you're doing that, continue to practice your production, man, and then you'll grow in the years to come. You have to do this shit damn near every fucking day, man. But I'm gonna put the link in the description below, man, for everybody out there to listen to. Definitely give him your own tips and help this man get better. I hope you enjoyed the show. You can follow me at Twitter up there, and you can go to downloadpads.com, that's down there, to read today's article.